Got this question here about GPAs. Are law schools considered of an increasing GPA trend over time? Initially, I faced challenges during my first 2 years of college, leading to a semester with a 0.0 GPA and subsequent academic leave. After returning, I improved significantly, achieving a 3.84 GPA in the following 2 years, which raised my cumulative GPA from 1.9 to 3.5. Will law schools value this upward trend, especially for schools where my cumulative GPA is below the median, or do they primarily focus on the final GPA figure? I intend to detail these circumstances in my application essays. As well you should. This is an incredible comeback story. Law schools will love to see it. I would definitely write about this in at least your addendum of some kind, optional essays, and possibly even your personal statement. You could write one story in one essay, another in another essay. So you mentioned there are challenges you faced during the first 2 years, leading to that 0.0 GPA in the academic leave. Of course, you will have to explain this in an addendum, and you might also want to write about the challenges specifically in your personal statement or other optional essays. Of course, it's about how you tell the story, not what the story is. So no matter what happened, and I don't know the details here, I would, of course, frame it as what you learned from the experience. Don't make it a sob story, but rather how you grew from whatever the experience was. Now, so yes, law schools do love to see the upward trend. It's much better to go from a 1.9 to a 3.5 than from a 3.5 down to a 1.9. 3.84 in the following 2 years is incredible. And of course, they will see that ending point and celebrate it. At the end of the day, however, to be quite frank, the GPA is what the GPA is, and law schools are evaluated based on the GPAs of their matriculating students in aggregate. They do not consider the context of what the GPA is when they are reporting it to the ABA. So while law schools can consider the context when they're evaluating you as an applicant, to be clear, the ABA doesn't care about the story. They just see the numbers. And that's what gets reported to US News for consideration in creating their rankings. So as much as I'd love to say it doesn't matter, it does matter. So write your addendums, write your stories, but at the end of the day, the number is what the number is. So at this point, what can you do to improve your chances? Write the strongest essays possible. I'm gathering here that your undergraduate GPA is pretty much finished. So at this point, it's now about the LSAT score and your application essays. You can write your essays, you can polish them and perfect them as well you should. We have services for that if you're interested, link below this video. But the LSAT score is going to be the biggest factor you can influence. Hopefully you're not done with the LSAT yet, but you still have plenty of time to improve significantly if you're applying to law school for the cycle starting this fall. You could take the LSAT in, say, April or June with the logic games, or in August or later without the logic games, and focusing on getting the highest LSAT score possible will do a lot more for you to boost your chances than worrying about your GPA at this point in time. It sounds like it's pretty much fixed. So, of course, tell the story behind your GPA in the most compelling way you possibly can, and approach it from different angles, potentially in different essays. But at this point now, aim to get the highest LSAT score possible to improve your chances of getting in. And if you are aiming for that 170 plus, there are a variety of ways we could support you, whether it's through our live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. You can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.